Hey everyone. Imagine for a moment, just a moment, that you're looking at a mirror, but not just any mirror. It's one that shows you, not just your face, but the very essence of who you are, revealing the layers of your self-love. This isn't about vanity. This isn't about ego. It's about understanding the complex, often hidden parts of our nature that drive our actions and shape our lives. I'm Roach, Mark Roach. Welcome to Transcendent, my YouTube channel about a perspective formed from my journey around the world through life, crossing a wide spectrum of human experience from high to low, as most people in American society define them. This channel is all about inspiring common people to find their power. Let's dive into something ancient and profound, the concept of self-love through the lens of an age-old symbol known as the Seal of Solomon. This emblem, deeply rooted in Hebrew symbolism, consists of two triangles. They intersect to form a star. Picture one triangle pointing upwards, representing higher principles, and the other downward, resembling our self-love or self-interest. This symbol isn't just a geometric shape, it's a visual representation of the interplay between our immediate personal desires and more broad, more universal forces at play in our lives. Understanding this symbol, we can see self-love as having both a broad base, where our interests are most intense and personal, and a narrow apex, where those interests taper off into an indifference for things far removed from our own personal sphere. It's like when we say, "What has that got to do with me?" about distant issues or global events. Now, this narrow self-focus can be limiting, blinding us to the interconnectedness of life. This narrow focus can be self-limiting, blinding us to the interconnectedness of life. Now let's flip the lower triangle upside down and overlay it with the first. This creates the Seal of Solomon, where the apexes of both triangles meet at a point, symbolizing a moment of unity or conflict between these two forces. Here's where things get fascinating. It's this symbol where there's an area these triangles intersect, suggesting a space where higher and lower principles mingle like two colors blending to form a new one. This intersection isn't just about conflict, it's about potential transformation where self-love can be elevated by higher ideals. This brings us to the concept of magnetic center, a term from esoteric teachings. It refers to an inner compass that can help us discern between what's merely of this world, sometimes called A influences, and what transcends it, B influences. A influences are tied to our everyday concerns like power, possessions, materialism. Do they like me? Everything that feeds our self-love. However, there are also B influences, which are mysterious, often inexplainable, and they lead us towards something greater than our personal gain. Think of art, science, those rare moments of altruism or enlightenment that seem to come from nowhere yet change everything. The challenge then is to cultivate this magnetic center, to recognize and embrace these higher influences. This isn't easy. It involves a deep, often uncomfortable look within ourselves, asking ourselves the hard questions. Why am I doing this? Why am I saying this? Why did I just do that? It's a process of self-observation that strips away the layers of pretense and self-justifying that reveal our true motives, which are often muddled with self-interest. The real work, or the work as some traditions call it, involves this ongoing battle against our self-love. It's not about self-loathing, but about aligning our actions with something more profound and meaningful than immediate personal gratification. This journey is long and challenging, but utterly real and necessary for some of us. Esoteric teachings, like those symbolized by the Seal of Solomon, are not mere fantasies, but guides to living a life that's more than just survival or success by worldly standards. Imagine if we could only shift our perspective, like Hercules diverting the river to clean the Aegean stables. We could cleanse our own minds of the dung of negative emotions, narrow self-interest, and petty concerns. Here, water symbolizes the truth that comes from esoteric knowledge that can purify our being, giving us direction and even making us, well, uncomfortable in a way that leads to growth. For many, this path seems too daunting or unnecessary. If you're content with where you are, with the life that you're leading, that's fine. But if there's a whisper in your heart for something more, for something that goes beyond the daily grind or personal accolades, then this work might be the key to unlocking that potential. It's about becoming a good householder, not just in the sense of some kind of literal sense, but in understanding life's deeper responsibilities and recognizing there's more to existence than what's immediately visible or profitable in our material world. In essence, the Seal of Solomon teaches us about the interplay of forces within us and around us. It's a call to transcend our self-love by integrating it with higher principles, not by eradicating it, but by transforming it. This isn't about becoming less human, but more fully human, embracing both our earthly existence and our spiritual potential. So why are you here? Are you here for vanity, for comfort? Are you here because you sense there's something more, something real? That can change not just how you see the world, but how you live in it. In summary, self-love can be visualized as a triangle between broad base of a personal interest narrowing to the point of indifference. The Seal of Solomon symbolizes the interaction between self-love and higher principles, suggesting that a path to personal transformation. And developing a magnetic center helps in distinguishing between mundane and transcendent influences, guiding one towards a more meaningful life. The practice of self-observation is crucial for understanding and controlling our motives, leading to personal growth. Esoteric teachings offer tools for this transformation, emphasizing sincerity and the struggle against complacency rooted in self-love. The journey from self-interest to a higher form of love is challenging, but essential for those of us seeking more from life than material success. I'm Mark Roach, wishing you all the best.